Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Helstrom, and this is a new comic book adaptation series on Hulu, and Hulu's had quite a few comic book adaptation shows. They had Marvel's Runaways, and now they have Helstrom, and this one's much more on the edge of dark, creepy, horror type aesthetic to it. It's like somebody watched Supernatural, it's like, let's do that kind of thing with different creatures and like demons and possession and stuff like that. And what really works about the series are those genre elements. It's creepy. There's some really intense, creepy moments that build up the tension and suspense. There's some really solid effects. There's some fun genre elements that come in terms of action sequences. But the rest of the series just kind of falls flat. The acting, even from specifically the two leads in the show, who play the two Helstrom siblings, Tom Austin and Sidney Lemon, they feel very flat in their performances, and I don't really feel connected to them. And not only that, but their characters aren't very interesting at all. And they're just kind of there dealing with like their mother being possessed and their father being like a demon, the devil, and just I didn't really care. And a lot of the times I was bored throughout this series, and like this is 10 episodes with a lot of stuff going on, but never really building particularly interesting characters. Now, you have Elizabeth Marvel, who plays their mother, who gives a really creepy performance throughout most of the show. And, like, that was interesting. But, like, I felt like there's a lot of things going on, a lot of pieces to keep track of, but nothing very urgent about where the show was going. And in the end, I feel like the show kind of feels like a lot of wasted potential, and felt like it's trying to spark while the comic book adaptation is hot, and it just doesn't really put the effort into really delivering interesting characters or a particularly interesting narrative. It does set up in its last episode or two some interesting places the show can go, up until the very end of the last episode that brings a pretty foreboding look into the second season, and I'm sitting here like, but I don't know if I really want to, like, there's certain situations like you watch a movie and you're like, I really like the characters, just the story wasn't the greatest, I would like to see them in a better movie. It's just these characters aren't very interesting, so I'm like, I don't even know if like a new fresh story and take would really help when a lot of the issues are with those characters. So honestly, I would probably say pass on Helstrom, especially because there's just so much content out there nowadays that spending like close to 10 hours watching this show, I don't know if it's really worth your time. Especially during the month of October into November, there's a lot of genre affair around, and this probably isn't the best one to be spending that big of an effort into investing in 10 episodes. But those are my thoughts on Helstrom. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some TV. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.